As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Die for Gretchen. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she managed to wriggle out of her harness. God damn it! Oh my god! You hear a body hit the ground and then quiet as the chaos fades and the sound of nature creeps back in. Hey guys, today we're playing Scarlet Hollow, which is a game by Black Tabby Games, and it's a choice-driven adventure horror game. This is the first episode. I believe they just completed the Kickstarter and the other episodes will be coming later. But it has a beautiful hand-drawn aesthetic by a really great visual artist. I'm gonna come up with their name later. But we'll just jump into it for now. Episode 1. Monday. Always hated Mondays. Your name is... 6. You live in the city of... Well, that's personal information. I'll just put Sleepy Hollow, because I think that's what the name is in reference to anyway. Select gender. I feel so free, but I am a he. Well, that rhyme. Okay, select 2 traits. Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. Well... I mean... I think we'll skip Powerful Build for now. Maybe after the gyms open up again. Mystical, huh? You see the threads of reality in a way others cannot. Absolutely. Talk to animals? A gift and a curse. I guess I wouldn't want to know if the cats didn't actually love me. Because I love them. Hot? Yeah, call me a jalapeno. I am? Okay, well I kind of like all of these. But talk to animals sounds great. Okay, so let's keen eye. I'm going to use talk to animals because I'm guessing that some of the things the animals see, we might have picked up with keen eye anyway. And we get to talk to animals, and it kind of goes with mystical too. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again, and still exhausted. Yeah, bus sleep does not hit like bed sleep. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of what exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin. The bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in seedy depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself travelling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. Okay, cousin cheaped out, because where on earth takes 26 hours of bus rides? Thank God I live in the UK. The funeral of her mother, your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. I'm probably going to find there's a reason for that. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first, you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland, looking for work, but mostly messing around, because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbour, that sort of thing. Is that the sort of thing you so whimsically reminisce about? What a dick. Wait. What? Dude, what's wrong with you? Wait, what? Yeah, I'm kind of staggered. Pushing joggers into the harbour? Yeah, you know, teen stuff. Yeah. So this girl comes up to us, right? Swinging her purse, yelling about how she was going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. Right gag. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's a real knee slapper. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad, not just playing. So she kept swinging. Soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbour all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. Dude, that's wild. You didn't have to push her? We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Depends how on and how off. Definitely turning me off. About 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me. Like, for real, and geez, you ever just get so mad you just want to, like, kill somebody? No. What's wrong with you? Why are you telling me this? I have never felt that way about another person. I find it alarming that you have. You're young. You'll get it when somebody tries to break your heart one day. It changes a person. Makes them think things they never thought they could. This guy is so blasé about this. I honestly could have killed that woman. Yeah, that's... Is that a joke? Look at those eyes. Staring. Anyway, she's giving birth to her son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. I think it's fine if you miss it. But I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with you? Your girlfriend is giving birth right now and you're thinking about ditching her to go have fun in New York? After she tried to break up with you and you threatened to kill her? Yeah, this guy's mostly monochrome, but he is showing a ton of red flags. Hey now, I never threatened to kill her. Okay, maybe over text. Just a little. But fatherhood is scary. Plus, her mum's there, so it's not like she's alone. Her mum doesn't like me much, so I'd probably just make things super stressful. This guy is like patented narcissist. She'll understand. She's chill. I bet he accuses people of not being chill when they call him out on his bullshit. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? I didn't. Oh, perfect. Oh, wait. I'm returning to my ancestral home. My mother fled from her destiny there many years ago, but now that both she and her sister have departed from this world, I can feel it, calling me back. The young man anxiously shifts in his seat. For one perceptible moment, it's his turn to feel uncomfortable, before he catches himself and hardly laughs. Oh, you must be talking about Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler as they call it in the mountains. That's the only stop until this bus turns around, so if you aren't getting off at my stop, you must be headed up that way. Almost no one ever goes there. I'm usually alone on the bus by now, though actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Hollow, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I bet they keep losing miners or something. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are. Yeah, you have plenty of capacity the amount you're talking. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while though, now that I think about it. Should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. You know, this guy cracks me up. He's just joke a minute. Oh, he looked at his phone distracted. Oh, this is me. It was lovely to meet you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. I will survive, as Gloria Gaynor once said. Here, I have something for you. Oh goody. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. No thanks, I'm allergic. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Okay, you're just offloading peanuts on me. Screw you and screw your peanuts. Hey man, I'm just trying to be friendly. Look, there's still a good 45 minutes left in your journey, pal, assuming nothing goes wrong. Best to have them on hand. Wow, you're right. Who knows when you could use boiled peanuts? He puts them on the empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. Sounds like a regular Monday. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Light on the friend. Oh, maybe these boiled peanuts are going to be better company. And just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the sea across from you. Thank God. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. Did we doze off? Oh no, look, we're there. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. Well, the sign reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Always money in the banana stand. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives to it every week. For rent. Yeah, this place looks like a dump. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Hey, 6. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from a few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. I am too. 26 hours? Give her your condolences. I'm so sorry for your loss, Tabitha. Yes, great, thank you. Let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty old Bimmer. My Bimmer's in the garage. Oh my god, she drives with attitude. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Does she not count as a sign of civilization? I guess not. Dialogue options labelled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? Wow, I'm a socialite. Your cousin turns to stare at you, an icy hatred in her eyes. Maybe this would have worked to ease the tension if she was someone else, but she isn't. She turns back to the road, her expression cold and unforgiving. Tabitha will remember that. So, how are you holding up? Fine. Okay, phew, good to hear. For a second I was worried I'd have to talk about feelings and that stuff is hard. Yeah, let's try to talk as little as possible while you're here. Oh, her expression is still tense and icy. I think we'll just ride out the remainder of the car journey. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. I like this. This looks like small town big mystery. My jam. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. I've seen better days. Its crumbling elegance isn't lost on you. Someone used to cramp apartments in grey cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare as it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long time ago. This is so charming, it's very lemony snicket. Oh, I guess we're inside. As soon as you enter, you're hit with a blast of dusty air. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges, and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it fell off at any second. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen, and hallways, I guess. What, is hallways a concession? Thanks, Tabitha. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around here so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. It's beautiful. It is. The estate was the prized jewel of this region for a long time. It's quite a magnificent piece of architecture, even now. Shall we take our tour? Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. Nice change of pace. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Oh, did I take the boiled peanuts? Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Okay, I can feel nature reclaiming this place. A wild energy in this room, as if the natural world is creeping in to finally reclaim its territory. Do you see how she feels about that? She's never done a Ouija board in her life. Okay, geez, I get it. You think it's messy. I'll tell Janie to be more thorough this week. But you should know there's only so much anyone can do with a country house this old. It's always going to be a little grimy and worn, unlike your sleek city apartments. Grass is always greener, huh? If a little dirt bothers you, you're gonna have a rough time this week. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online though, so I wouldn't be going with you. I swear, if we could harness the energy from Tabitha rolling her eyes, we wouldn't need fossil fuel. General store, how very folksy. I feel like that's super patronizing. She already thinks we're a big town city slicker. Sweet, thanks. Cool. Good talk. What if I want ice cream? Then you can buy yourself some at the general store. If you touch my stash, I'll know. And there will be consequences. Alright, what's next? Bathroom. Follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. TMI. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. I love him. Approach the cat. I can talk to him. Don't try to pet Frou Frou. If she wants to be she'll let you know. She's so start. Ne me parlez pas? She's French. Sorry, I don't speak French. I'm sorry, little lady, je ne parle pas français. Of course, how typically American. I shall debase myself by speaking your tongue, but only so that I may insult you directly to your face. You uncultured swine. Is that French accent insulting? Or offensive? I hope not. Haha, very funny. Her name sounds very French. Stop wasting my time, let's finish this tour. I'll be back, Frou Frou. I'll be back. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it will get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show, it's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. Like right outside, because I don't feel comfortable peeing if that's the case. It is a nasty, wretched bathroom, or as I like to say, nature is reclaiming it. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room and mystery stains paint the floor. Not that much of a mystery, could be one or two things. Never mind, I don't need to go. Wait, who exactly uses this? Guests. Never mind. You aren't desperate enough for this. Me on Valentine's Day. You know, on second thought, I don't think I need to go. You might as well try since we're here. Wow. That's really weird, Tabitha. Well, I guess we're gonna give it a... Scram, fellas. The jig is up. You can talk to the bugs? Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. You're good, actually. You decide you aren't desperate enough for this and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last up on the tour. Follow me. This is really cool. Really beautifully drawn. Return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. You can tell they're related. They have that same dead fish look in their eyes. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot, it has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh, I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do this, so you'd better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. People have died here, haven't they? I sense a heavy spiritual fog hanging over this room. People have died here. When? This house is almost 150 years old. Obviously people have died here. Tabitha is having none of our shit, and I'm kind of here for it. This room is amazing. What a great room. This is way nicer than I'm used to. I'm carrying this conversation, Tabitha. I'm going to be sending you my chiropractor bill. I can't say I'm surprised. Each and every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. This is not an IKEA bedroom, or whatever such nonsense you're used to in the city. Make your mind up. Is the city nice, clean, new, or is it terrible and IKEA-ish? Who used to sleep here? Like I said, this house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here, and now you'll sleep here. Carry on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. She's actually quite funny. Right? I'll start to get settled. Follow me. Take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Where are you going? Wait, where are you going? To work. Somebody has to pay the bills around here. What are the bills going towards? Doesn't look like they're going towards cleaning. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mum. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. That's kind of sad. Wow, we're really coming for her. Some of us don't have the luxury of choice, 6. Oh, she looks sad. Some of us had to stick around to keep the family business from crumbling. To keep this town from crumbling. Some of us had to temper our expectation for how our lives were going to go. There's a simple satisfaction to getting a task done, and that's all I need. Do whatever it is you want to do while I'm gone. Just don't do anything dumb or dangerous. Not whilst I'm responsible for you. Why are you being such a jerk to me? You asked me to come to this funeral, but since the moment I've got here, you've been acting like I spat in your coffee. What's up? Was it something I said? Okay, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've gotten here. You've been fine. I'm just under a lot of pressure right now. Please just stay out of my hair until later, okay? I have work to do. I won't keep you. We should hang out when you get back. Oh. That is no in a facial expression if I've ever seen it. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you and the sprawling, decrepit estate. Huh. I want to go talk to the cat. A PB&J sounds great right now. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. PB&J sounds like exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. Madame. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful PB&J. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place and my knowledge of cooking, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fears of fast food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some PB&J. Okay. Approach Frou-Frou. Frou-Frou hisses as you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I do not want to talk to you. Go away. Do you like living here? I despise small talk. Okay, only big talk. Can you tell me about my aunt? Can you tell me about Pearl-Anne? I never knew my aunt. She's dead. I don't waste my time on corpses. Alright. Looks like I'm not going to be petting her anytime soon. It's good to see that you've finally learned your place. I love her. Frou-Frou's eyes remain fixed on you with palpable disdain. Okay, well let's look in the fridge for the... Okie dokie. Okay. So... You open up the fridge, already feeling a deep urge to wash your hands even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Okay, let's take the jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly. Carefully checking its expiration date, you breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's innocent. How much jelly do they eat? That's insane. It's either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close the fridge and keep looking. Alright, we're not going to mess with her stuff just yet. Okay, let's search the pantry. Oh no! Stuart! Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Take the bread. One of the non-mouldy loaves of bread. Great. And let's grab the peanut butter. The king of nut butters. I don't know. Come talk to me next Valentine's Day. And only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. The only thing you need now are a plate and a knife. Okay. Plate and a knife, huh? Should be a cutlery drawer. Cabinets. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Grab a plate and a butter knife. Nice. I'm guessing the bowl's there in case you decide to have ice cream 50th, huh? Maybe that's like, yeah, one of Pearl Anne's old glasses. This is the last ingredient you needed to make your PB&J. Time to get to work, 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 work. Let's get that going. Make that PB&J. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut and butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations! You can feed yourself. That feels patronizing as well. Oh, we got an achievement, cooking by the book. I think that's a Lazy Town reference. Is it Lazy Town? All of that hassle and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Let's check out the garden. Oh, yeah, so this is like... It's supposed to be that this lady who made this game is like quite a relatively prolific graphic novelist, and all of this hand-drawn stuff is just stunning. All the shading, all the detail, beautiful. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. You don't think you want to go out there after all. Are you even up to date on your tetanus shots? Okay, we'll come back later, I suppose. Yeah, we're done here. Investigate the Forbidden Wings? If it's an option. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going to the Forbidden Wings of the estate. Well, no one, but a big-ass lock. You immediately try the nearest door, only to be impeded by a lock. Okay, well I guess we'll settle into our room. Now that your cousin's gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Oh, you know I'm a napping kind of guy. Let's put our clothes away. An opossum! I love it! You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It is quiet, but angry. I love you. Afraid. I friend. I no hurt. Afraid! Oh, what's your name, little guy? Dustin. Dustin the opossum? I want to die, he's so cute. Can you move please? I want to put my clothes in here. Maybe we can make him a little opossum bed. No. This Dustin house. He makes a compelling argument. You poor thing, you look cold in there. Dustin closes his mouth somewhat more at ease than before and looks up at you with his shiny black eyes. I'm gonna cry. Human is kind to Dustin. Dustin will remember this. You close the drawer, satisfied with yourself for a job well done. I would end the episode there. I mean, that's gotta be a peak. Okay. Check out the closet, I guess. Really? You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. And a creepy doll. Don't touch it. Do not touch the doll. Some things are better left untouched. My ex said the same thing. Okay, let's look at the painting on the wall. This must be an old relative of yours. Very old, judging by the dates on the inscription at least. You never heard of her, but you'd barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you should ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Okay, well, let's have a look at the garden. Oh, you can get another perspective. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. Yeah, you'd definitely do that. Just not right now. Okay, I think I'm a napper, yeah? That's why. It's like, yeah, I totally live the most ideal and whimsical life, if I didn't have to do the work. Okay, let's head to town then. I don't really know what to expect. If you'd have known you'd wind up having to walk all the way to town, you probably would have asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Then maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Kinda sounds like taking advantage of someone who's vulnerable, but I guess we can leave a shoulder for her to cry on. It's really pretty out here. Hyping up her own art. Scarlet Hollow Town Hall, General Store. The Hollow, as the guy in the bust called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked, and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Yeah, this is a dead town all right. Hey boy! Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Why, I do declare. Okay, I don't know if I should try this accent. Who's this gorgeous stranger? And why does he smell of peanut butter? Okay, wait, is this supposed to... Wait, she has a Mothman shirt! And with Cthulhu on it? I love her. Sorry about that. Oh, wait, no, so she has the southern accent. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. It's nice to meet you, Gretchen. I'm 6. My oh my, I can't remember the last time I met a newcomer who's so wonderfully polite. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, 6. Is that what that pug would sound like? Probably with more intense heavy breathing. Heh, that's a funny way to introduce yourself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Introduce yourself. Hi, I'm 6. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? Upon mention of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath. One of these days, I'll get that Tabitha to pet me. That's the only person I can think of who would have come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her. All holed up in that big house. A darkness hangs over her. Whatever consumes her goes beyond the death of her mother and poisons her very soul. Well, we are a riot. We are the life and soul of the party. That bad, huh? She's always been a little rough around the edges. I figure she'd probably be having a tough go at things, but that doesn't sound good at all. That or you have a special way with words, 6. I think I should drop the accent for now. We'll pick it up when I work on it. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody's known everyone else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck, and she was Mustard Seed. Big Shakespeare fan. As you might expect, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. Mothman Prophecies is actually a really fun sort of mystery movie. I'd recommend checking it out. I haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Oh. Before it slips my mind, if you're standing up in that spooky old mansion, you must have met the Frou-Frou. How does that monster fare? Maybe we should keep doing the voice for the dog. I will pet her, if it's the last thing I do. Yeah, I met Frou-Frou. She might think she's so much better than me, but I will get her to let me pet her. Wait, are you messing with me? You can't actually talk to my dog, right? Yes, this is a joke. I cannot talk to animals. Yeah, of course. That'd be ridiculous. You and Stella maintain silent, awkward eye contact. Well, next time you see that devil, please send my regards. And do let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but that I very much still plan to outlive her. Oh, if you go to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Follow her. I guess we don't get a choice in the matter. Yeah, southern hospitality. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. And cops. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Hey everyone, I'm 6, just in town for the funeral. Before anyone can respond, you and Stella casually slid into a booth, pretending the whole town didn't just gawk at you like a sideshow attraction. Did I sit down, or what was that sound? How embarrassing. Looks like your entrance is a little more dramatic than you were expecting, huh? Folks around here don't meet many strangers as is, and with who you're related to, well, let's just say you'll be the talk of the town for a while. Hey Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They gracefully place a cup of specially brewed coffee in front of Stella. Aw shucks, thanks Avery. And here's some bacon for the little lady. For me? For me? Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Anything for you? No thanks, I ate pretty recently. I'm not a big coffee drinker. Alright, let me know if you change your mind. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Oh, too bad you didn't get a biscuit. That's so good. But I guess you have all week. Maybe another day. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right off the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Is that like a church thing? Would it be weird for me to come if I'm not a member? No, the Sunday thing is coincidental, and it's actually hosted by the library. Not too many people go to church around here, if I'm being honest. A non-religious community in the rural south? That's gotta be unusual. I know, we must seem like such heathens. But there are plenty of God-fearing people in this town, they just aren't big fans of the local church. Well, the building's fine, but the pastor's another story. There's just something a little off about the guy. You'll get what I mean if you ever meet him. And unfortunately, you probably will. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? I'll probably just... no clue. Well, you're in luck, as you've just happened to run into the person who knows all the best stuff to do around here, and has limitless time to show you around. Stella is Stella. My boss is pretty forgiving. Oh wait, you probably wouldn't get that joke since you don't know each other that well. I'm self-employed, so I'm my own boss. I'm forgiving myself. Get it? Laugh uproariously. Nice one, Stella. Thank you, I'll be here all week. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuits in tow. Is there nothing else coming for me? Gosh, if I'd have known that a plate of bacon would be my main and only course, I would have waited before digging in. Hey, Winnie wanted to give you a biscuit. On the house, she sends her condolences. If they said send her regards, it'd be a lot more intimidating of a biscuit. Thanks, it looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch, buttery warmth emanating from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it's good. Divinity, given buttery form. You take a bite and melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. I love this. Mystical was the correct trait choice. Also talking to animals. Whoa, this is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not going to go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm going to do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Me at 20 subs. Not that famous. Wait, what kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel 6, it's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. Not the lake, but you know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Kotorba River Runner. I didn't expect much of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. So, the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. This makes sense, this is why she has the Mothman shirt. She probably ends up hunting down urban myths and legends and stuff, which is super cool. But then I wound up catching this on camera. She pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in the river. Scared in the woods. Okay, this needs to be my next thumbnail. This one right here. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. It was a mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. Still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. It's a mountain lion. I think that's a mountain lion. You can kind of make out its little kitty ears. No wait, it's absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth, and found jack squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. They're not fans of water. And the body's too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. Sure, it's not like any local sanctuaries were missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free and now will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along. Absolutely. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. Oops, sorry Avery. It's okay, I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See you all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunk Cape. Ew. Stinky. That's what they say. You should be able to smell it before you see it, according to some sources. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Wanna tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing. Sounds like a date. I'd love to come along. That's great. It's been a while since I've had anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school, so this is kind of like a blast from the past. Me and Kanika and Reese running around in the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. Relatable. You know, that gets me thinking, I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us, get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese? I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his hidey hole if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Sure. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or...? Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind. I was just calling to see if you want to come to the woods tonight. I met someone cool in town today. He's Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're gonna go look for the skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man. That sounds awful. Hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring him. Gretchen. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Reese. There's always something off about that boy. I never did like the smell of him. Got the accent just at the end there. That's Gretchen. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He had a lot going on in the past, gosh, 10 years or so. I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. Yeah, never been your day, your week, your month, or even your year, am I right? I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, not my place to talk about really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him alone again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. Yeah, that'd be nice. Love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika's much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. Yeah, let's go. Leave a generous tip. Ooh. Yeah, share it around. Not your $5, it's our $5. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Oh, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner with you following close behind. Let's go hunt the skunk ape. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. Wait, I'm actually gonna save this real quick. You feel more alive than you've been in years. The full breeze passing through the leaves, the orange hue of the setting sun, painting the horizon, the promise of excitement ahead. It's been a while since you felt this in the moment, this present. The world around you feels almost magical. Were a mythical creature to actually manifest itself in front of you, it would fit perfectly into this world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know, how it is these days, each summer's the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel the chill in the air, you know, see the leaves change, like normalcy's restored. If only for a moment. Sorry, that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids, like ghosts and whatnot? I need to look up what, you know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing. Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all kinds of spooky stuff. I never had much luck, though, especially when it came to ghosts. I feel like her luck's about to change. Look at Gretchen, derpy dog. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all of these sorts of old abandoned videos, hoping I'd stumble across some kind of activity, but nothing ever happened. It's always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I just can't rule out the ability that there are true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kind of lump with cryptids, I'd be shocked if there were people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider that possibility that they exist, because if they're really out there, jeez. A lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So, let's just hope that's a bunch of bunk, right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they definitely absolutely 100% visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her head these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. I'd just be wasting my time. There exist things beyond our realm, but I wouldn't call them aliens. Everything that exists in this universe is cut from the same cloth. One way or another, to call something an alien isn't to imply that it is something else, something that doesn't belong. Whoa! You have gotta meet my friend Kanika's mom. You two would get along. What's the weirdest thing you've seen in these words? Other than anything cryptid related, of course. No, I want to know about the cryptids too. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. What? Doesn't sound like that would go on YouTube. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if that counts as weird anymore. Yep. Counts as weird. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It was a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wild pile of old cans, bottles, and assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much of it had been compressed, but you could still fall through it if you weren't careful, hence the name. That's kind of terrifying. Sort of like the garbage chute in, is it episode 4 or 5 of Star Wars? You know, like on the Death Star? Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It was all stuff from the 50s too, which was super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Okay, you know, tetanus on hand. Let's go. Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Sorry for being jumpy, Duke. I thought you were... Some creature of the darkness? Nah, girly, just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape. Sorry I asked. And who's this you've suckered into coming along with you? Wait a tick, you aren't... Is that... Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences, I'll keep you in my prayers. Now both of y'all, head back onto town, you hear? And especially steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and won't be too appreciative if a couple of fools with cameras scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? Perhaps a skunk ape? You seen anything? Oh my god, she got her camera out, I love her. You see anything like that recently? Well, wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, you can never stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help you out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did. But I've yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chickenbugs or whatever have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I lost 3 of them this week and can't afford to lose many more than that. I'm sorry to hear that, but I wonder if the skunk ape has a taste for chicken. Now, see here, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damned mountain lions. They're out here, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. These sons of bitches are sneaky, of course. You wouldn't find anyone in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that what's been getting at my chicken is that. Couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 90s. And even those were iffy. It's true, there are mountain lions out here, sure as sin. They pee on all the best trees. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted a couple of school-aged Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me? You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video, and they were calling me all kinds of names, just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke, I didn't mean to sick anybody in you, I just don't think that's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come a carrying mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home early and stay out of the woods tonight. I don't think this ends well for you. How would you know? I go hunting in these woods all the time. Night, day, opossums, bears. Don't make a lick of difference. Even a mountain lion wouldn't stand a chance against the ingenuity of man here. Unless it's not a mountain lion. Also, I'm not entirely sure, like, you got a double barrel. What happens if you miss both barrels? Oh, don't you get started again. If your daddy could hear you now, and going on about ghouls and goblins using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator, do you want that to be his legacy, girl? And besides, you know my beau and me are headed down to the state fair to show Big Betty this week. We'll be gone days and the chicken coop might as well have a big ol' you-can-eat sign in it if I don't nip this in the bud tonight. Do you know how I feel about my chickens? I couldn't take it if I lost any more of the poor little ladies. And you know I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. One of us is going to die tonight, I can feel it. Now what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to threaten me? I think what it means is pretty clear. I don't know, it's just a weird feeling. A weird, bad feeling. Whoa, are you psychic or something? Signs point to yes. Whoa, what am I thinking right now? Ah, hush. You ain't no psychic. You're just trying to unsettle me, so I let y'all go off to the woods to film your little video. Six, I think you freaked Duke enough for one evening. Maybe we should leave the poor man to his wild goose chase. I am not freaked out by your friend's theatrics. But if it gets you out of my hair, sure. I'm greatly disturbed. Now run along home, and stay out of trouble now. Okay, that killed my voice. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easily. Yeah, I never get edged that easily. Come on, I know a trail that'll let us get there around him. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't give up on the hunt. Oh, look at that capitalization. The one and only, the hunt. And trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Jukuru's shotgun. I've gone out hunting with him before. That man sounds like a track crashing through the trees when he walks. Truck. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. To be fair, we only just heard him when he just like snuck up on us, when we heard the twig crack. The trail's just up this way, let's go. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. As night falls, my new assistant, the Mysterious Six, and I find ourselves on high in the Blue Ridge Mountains where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive, yet pungent, skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right into this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellas. And keep digging, Gretches. Oh, that's cute. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes when the sun sets all the way. Okay, cool, let's hunt for a skunk ape. In the meantime, we get to take in all of this beautiful scenery. It's gorgeous out here, don't you think? There's something wrong here. It feels oppressive, dark. You don't have to mean stinky, do you? Do you think you're smelling the skunk ape? No, something metaphorically oppressive and dark. Dang, I thought we might have stumbled across its trail. Oh well, I wouldn't worry too much if I were you. My gut usually warns me if I'm going to run into trouble, and I feel A-okay. Speaking of, your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Oh no, the skunk ape has found us. Now it is we who are the hunted. I wish. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of the herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. Go check out some more baby nappers? As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. A single deer remains behind, staring down the light of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Pain. Rot. Decay. A deer? Let me get him. How dare he infringe upon my dearest Stella's personal space? Let me at him. And then it's gone. That doesn't bode well. Geez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, it seems like I was consumed by a blind rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato. And they don't make harnesses that fit potatoes, do they? I think that deer was threatening us. Or warning us. I think it was just sick. That thing on his face, I bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. There's not much we can do about it. Okay, I need to get better at being consistent with who's talking. I got my heart rate up. I'm ready for the hunt. Same with me. How's about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, then we get right into the night's activities. I got all the best trail snacks. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Oh. I love them all. Hit me with the trail mix though. We are on the trail. Classic choice. Never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own to make sure it has the best stuff, and I use dried cherries instead of raisins. Maybe it's a bit of a controversial pick, but even as someone who's passionate about dried fruit, I simply cannot abide raisins. Nah, raisins for life. What about ants on a log? Or have you forgotten such simple joys? Look, I'm a grown-up now. I have a refined palate. I need more sophisticated ants for my logs. Honestly, if you come to the bathroom in the mansion, you'll get actual ants on your logs. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So, Tell me what it's like in Sleepy Hollow. Do you have a house, an apartment? Any headless horsemen? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be you. I live in an internet cafe. Oh yeah, sure. I watched a documentary on them once. Turns out, the cubicles are actually cheaper to rent than an actual apartment in Sleepy Hollow. Especially once you factor in commuting time and utilities. So I thought, why not? It's not the best decision I've ever made. In fact, if I had a list of every decision I've made, it'd probably be towards the bottom of it. There isn't real privacy, and I have to leave for long periods of time to make sure the staff don't get too suspicious. I'm sure they're onto me, but I think they've taken pity and decided to keep it between us. I also had to make it so everything I own could fit in a backpack. So I don't have much in the way of possessions, but hey, minimalism's in these days, right? Anyway, that's me. Wow, that's definitely a unique living situation. I didn't think anyone could actually live like that. Do you think you'll do this for a while? There's gotta be something better you can find in Sleepy Hollow. This place has its issues, but it's cheap. Fair enough. I can't imagine how expensive Sleepy Hollow is. So what do you do for a living? I mean, I am a student, but this sounds like where I'm headed. I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. Sometimes I'll do commissions, sometimes I'll just sort or find something on the street and fix it up with a quirky design, like giving something a mustache or painting it to look like a bee. I love bees. Oh, so you're an artist, and you upcycle trash. That's cool. Oh, thanks. I really love what I do. But you know what? I love it. It might not be much, but it's empowering to feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Believe me, I can relate. I think I've given up on what I do for anything. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Do you live alone? Yeah. The place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore, and the Hollow's a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. I'm sorry. It's okay, you didn't know. And I've done my mourning. You don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'd ever meet, and interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always in the woods on the trail or something. We certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn to fend for himself, you see, since his family didn't have much growing up, so he learned how to hunt and trap and got damned good at it. He always made sure I had food and that I knew how to get it if I found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing, if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. As for my mom, she was a saint. She was the local vet, the lady all of the farms in the country knew to call if their animals were in need of something. Smart as a whip, strong to boot. Turns out pulling calves out of a 1,600-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. But she was gentle, too. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those were my parents. Whoa. My stars, what was that? Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. That sound wasn't meant for human ears. Whatever made it is close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me, let's check this out. Gretchen's gonna wriggle free. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. Do stay close, Six. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Pain. It's all pain. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Oh my god. What took it? What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2 or 3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Right behind you. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Oh my god. Stella, my darling companion, are you alright? Oof. Oh god, the monster's got you. We're gonna die out here. It's okay, settle down. No one's being attacked, I just tripped on something weird, lost my footing. Oh no, the poor thing, it must have been one of the Dukes. Oh Jesus, it's still alive. It has this weird abscess or something here. You move towards Stella to get a closer look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen too close, she'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. I would never. Something about this bird just don't smell right. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She squirms against her harness. Examine the growth. Good God, at first you thought it might have been a tumour, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing underneath. Why am I alive? Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Looks like this is what Stella slipped on. The wing is barely still attached, but seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Having investigated to your heart's content, you turn away to give Stella room to film. Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumour, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I'm gonna have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. Hey, do you hear that? Yeah, I think I said leave and never return. There's something out there all around us, I can smell it, there are so many of them. An old man, the most terrifying. What in Sam Hill are you two doing out here? Didn't I tell you to... Birdie? Oh, Birdie, what's wrong, Dollard? Good God, did y'all see what did this to her? No, but I'm pretty sure we can hear them. Right now. Oh, don't tell me you're all caught up in Stella's nonsense. Duke, I'm so sorry, we were on the troll when he found her like this. Put that camera away for God's sake, girl. I don't want to be in another one of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and a-hurting. Duke, did you hear what Six said? I think they're coming closer. You stay away from my Stella, you mongrels. Come out, you sons of bitches. Duke, don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen. You hear that, Stella? This ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab the flashlight and help me line up a good shot. I can feel that white-hot rage from earlier start to wash over me. I'm going after them. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Dive for Gretchen. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she managed to wriggle out of her harness. God damn it! Oh my god! You hear a body hit the ground and then quiet as the chaos fades and the sound of nature creeps back in. Gretchen? Six? Duke? Are you alright? Woe is me, a post-mortem Cassandra. I warned you two something terrible was going to happen. I guess you did. What happened? Did I lose myself again? I apologize for being so easily shaken up. I'll do better. Gretchen, here, I'll take her, my poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. Duke, are you okay? Oh my god, Duke, holy shit, what do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? We've got to go to the police. What do you mean, what do we do? We've got to take this to police, a man's dead. What happened to Duke? Is something wrong with him? Why won't he get up? You're right, and we have footage of what happened here, but it's so dark and shaky, it all just seems so unbelievable. We need more footage, come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance. Lead the way. It looks like Duke managed to tag one of them before he... You know. We should be able to follow that blood trail. Let's go while it's still fresh. As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sounds once again surround you. Stella. Stella. smell something terribly foul in the air. There's a clearing up ahead. Stella stops in her tracks a few feet in front of you. Holy shit, I think I'm gonna be sick. The shriek pulls back into steady whispers as you and Stella stumble upon the putrid bodies of dozens of dead and dying animals. A sinking realization pulls at your gut. This is your nest, and you are surrounded. What is this horrible place? We need to get out of here. More of those swellings, all the animals here have them. Maybe that's where all of these monsters are coming from. They're being birthed in the animals. They want us to leave, Stella. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't have seen any of this. Yeah, you're right. We have enough footage. Let's get the hell away from this nest before things get ugly. Just as you follow Stella in a mad dash through the woods, so too do the unearthly hollows and whispers of the nest. In the highest branches of the trees and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. Oh my god. We're almost there. This is the most dark version of Spirited Away. Get in the car. As you and Stella reach the main road, the cries of the creatures fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. Oh my god. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages. Not afraid to double text. I like that in a girl. Or partner in general, I guess. And 13 text messages. Text her that you're okay. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Whoa, I think I'm in trouble. That's a lot of texts and missed calls from you-know-who. Maybe Tabby's just worried about you. But first things first, let's call the police. Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl, it's Stella Richmond. I'm up on the mountains on the Askina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun, it happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. You gotta hurry. Okay, yeah. Are they really gone? Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry, Jesus. Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walks 2 officers. Sheriff Hogby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses. Despite it being the middle of the night. See right here? A thing jumps out of the woods and the shotgun goes off. What in the Sam Hill? What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his glasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that? Some sort of crop circle? They killed Duke. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But Okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. I have a feeling she's going to sneak the tape out. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you, and who are you exactly? That's Six. He came into town today for the funeral. Six, as in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn. Didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's been a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk around on your own. It wasn't a... Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly how old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. They are blasé about this. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to insist. For your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. I certainly can't turn down some extra pets and affection, especially after the ordeal we've been through tonight. Sure, you can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. IP Freely. Fox Mulder. There's that Mulder and Scully. 6. Sure, you're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on him for us. Make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchen, and y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to keep in touch. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Stella by starlight. Shout-outs to Bill Evans and jazz standards. Holy shit. They seemed a little blasé about everything. I can't believe they're waiting until morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now? I believe that they're well-intentional, if in over their heads. And what's worse is I think they implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all of the footage. Even the nest. The truth will get out. Even if they don't believe that footage, those things are out there in the woods, and something's telling me they're not going away. Yeah, no kidding. But it's okay, I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I, though. I have a little understanding of police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. Now at least it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're gonna do a little investigating of our own. We gotta find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. Our place isn't far. We should have it over now before it gets any later. I should check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by shouldn't take long. You sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that happened. When you put it like that. Awesome, let's go. I'm glad you're sticking it out with us. It's always nice to have an extra companion. Okay, I think this has probably already been quite long. An insane turn of events. Very upset we didn't find the skunk ape, but this has been insane. I need to give my voice a rest. If you've gotten this far and you actually want to see more of this game, because I'm going to play it anyway, the question is just if I record it, then let me know, and I will. So, thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.